The Beatles members who left this world before us would surely be proud of this, especially John Lennon. If we still find joy in nostalgia, imagine how much deeper it runs for Paul McCartney. For him, those memories aren't just sentimental. They're personal echoes of a lifelong friendship, and every song becomes a quiet conversation with John that never truly ended. Des Moines may still need some time to get used to calling the former Wells Fargo Arena by its new name, the Casey Center, but the city certainly doesn't need a reminder of who Sir Paul McCartney is. On October 14th, the legendary musician brought his Got Back tour to town, part of a journey that began in 2022 and will conclude next month. After nearly 100 performances, McCartney still gave the impression that he could easily take on another 100 without missing a beat. For 3 hours, the 83-year-old singer, songwriter, and bassist explored the full scope of his vast catalog, from timeless Beatles anthems to Wings favorites that could easily pass for Beatles tunes, and even more recent works from the last decade. There was no opening act, because really, who could possibly open for Paul McCartney? Instead, a DJ entertained early arrivals with a mix of lesser-played gems like Why Don't We Do It in the Road and Smile Away, along with tracks from American rock legends such as Fats Domino. The crowd stretched far beyond the main entrance, winding down 3rd Street and splitting onto 2nd Avenue, with lines for merchandise even longer than those for drinks. Yet no one seemed to mind. The audience spanned generations, from people old enough to remember seeing the Beatles live or hearing about John Lennon's death firsthand, to young fans attending with parents eager to share the music that shaped their own youth. When the lights dimmed at 8:15 p.m., McCartney took the stage with Help and Coming Up, immediately energizing the nearly sold-out arena. Greeting the crowd with his trademark warmth, he promised a mix of old favorites, new material, and a few surprises before launching into Got to Get You Into My Life, Drive My Car, and Letting Go. Then came a newer addition, Come On To Me, from his 2018 album, Egypt Station, a testament that McCartney isn't simply resting on past glory, but still creating music he enjoys. And that continues to resonate. He joked that listeners might, or might not know the song, and that either way, it didn't really matter. From tender ballads like Maybe I'm Amazed and I've Just Seen a Face to powerful rock staples such as Band on the Run and Getting Better, McCartney and his band moved effortlessly through the decades, backed by stunning visuals of blooming flowers rising from dystopian ruins. Of course, his voice has naturally aged, and during faster numbers, it occasionally blended into the ensemble sound. Yet, on the quieter songs, it carried a richness and emotion only time could bring. Asking McCartney not to sing, especially classics like Let Me Roll It and Blackbird, would be as absurd as asking Da Vinci to put down his brush. He shared heartfelt stories behind the music, including the origins of Blackbird, written in the 1960s amid the civil rights movement. He recalled how the Beatles once refused to perform in Jacksonville, Florida, unless the concert audience was integrated, a stand that ultimately ensured everyone could attend together. McCartney explained that he had written Blackbird hoping it might offer comfort and hope to anyone enduring those struggles. Though he likely repeats these stories from city to city, they still carried deep emotion. Years later, one fan told him it didn't matter, because in that moment, everyone there was united simply as Beatles fans. McCartney himself may be the ultimate Beatles fan. He honored his bandmates with Something, dedicated to his little buddy George Harrison and Here Today, a touching tribute to John Lennon, performed alongside archival footage. Ringo Starr, the last surviving Beatle besides McCartney, didn't receive a direct mention, though an early peace sign to the crowd served as a subtle nod, a gesture everyone instinctively linked to Starr's enduring symbol of harmony.